So here I am. I'm hopped out. I'm ready. I'm on time and I'm ready to go. And I'm in my Canvas page, right? And so what I will do is I will see that there's a Canvas course that's titled something like Homeroom Dash, the grade number that I am in as a student. So if I'm a first grader, it might say 1, right? And the teacher's name. It'll vary by grade level, but I might see other classes here inside of Canvas for elementary, like math and reading and social studies and writing. Sometimes I'll, depending on the grade level, have health or spelling or handwriting, etc. But it's really, really important to know that the first place I'm going to go every day is that homeroom page. And on that homeroom page, my teacher's going to have amazing things for me all laid out each day. And that's going to be the real place that I go to make sure I'm on time and ready to learn. So when I head out there, what's the day going to look like, right? And so what we want to do is we want to talk with you about something called the gradual release model. And this is something that is used around the country as well as around the world. And it's something that has been around for a long time. And so it's a best practice that we're excited to share with all of you, parents and students, to know what to expect on a typical day of e-learning for quarter one. So you'll notice that there are 3 phases. There's teacher due, class due, and students due. You'll also hear these referred to as I do, and I as in the teacher, class do or we do, and then you'll sometimes hear I do as in students do. But again, we have the teacher do, the class do, and the students do. So for each of our subject areas, we're going to have segments built in where there will be some type of teacher do, some type of class do, and some type of students do. And for each of these, it will obviously depend on the day and the subject that's being taught and the grade level and all those kinds of things, right? But overall, what to expect? Well, in a teacher do, I'm going to be ready for the teacher to either be live and sharing with me virtually, right? And they might be going over things like whatever the learning goals are for the day or today's agenda. They might be giving, an overview of what things will look like. They could be a recording, right, that the teacher had made, and maybe they have a fun virtual background and they're taking us on an adventure, whatever the case might be. But our teachers are our subject matter experts that we need, that we adore, that we rely on, right, for instruction. So teachers are going to teach, right? And so what am I going to do as a student? The same things I would normally do. I'm going to listen and take notes and follow along and, take notes on questions that I'm going to ask and things of that nature. Again, that'll depend on the grade level. It could be a few minutes. It could be, more minutes. It just depends on the grade level. It depends on the subject. It depends on the day. But there's then going to be some type of class due. And this is great, right? Because that means we have our teacher that's our subject matter experts that are going to make sure that they're telling us, and showing us whatever it is, whether it's a modeling of a strategy or a read aloud or modeling fluency, or reviewing material or going step by step through a process. But then there's this socialization aspect to it, right? The collaboration aspect where teachers and students practice and interact with each other, right? This is that guided practice time that's invaluable. We can still do this virtually, right? And we're really excited about that. And the thing that you'll know, and if you've been around the school city of Hobart for a while, we have a lot of tools in our tool belt, right? That our teachers can use to make sure that we create lessons that are interactive, efficient, engaging, and empowering. And one of the tools that we can use to do that is something called Go Guardian. And again, there will be a separate cast that goes over some Go Guardian tips for the trade, right? But through Go Garden, our teachers will be able to monitor and see what students need assistance with and things of that nature. But again, all kinds of tools at our teachers' disposal, some of which you see listed there. But then there's also that time of students due. And so it's not as though, I'm a student and I'm sitting for long periods of time, right? And the teacher is just talking on the screen or something like that. Again, there's the teacher due, there's the class due, which we all love and adore. But then there's also going to be work time, right? Where students can work independently. They're practicing, they're creating, they're applying, they're quick writing, drawing, reflecting, working individually to demonstrate understanding, completing assignments. Again, all kinds of tools there at our disposal, things like Go Guardian, and so forth, and opportunities to work on things so that I can go and enjoy the afternoon, right? After school gets out and things of that nature. With that in mind, it's also very important to remember that we're going to have built-in brain breaks, right? Built into the schedule. And so you might see a Go Noodle or whatever the case might be. And it's also important to know, we're going to have our specials, right? And we're going to have recess time and all kinds of fun stuff to where we're breaking up the day and students are up and they're moving and there's, variety and flavors going on and things of that nature. Students will still be provided their interventions for things like our multiple tiered systems of support, also known as MTSS. Those IEPs and ILPs and 504s and speech services and all of those wonderful things that we have in place to make sure that we are serving all of our brickies. So a lot more information to come in the days and weeks to follow. Your teacher will be able to provide all the specifics for how to navigate their specific Canvas courses and so forth, but couldn't be more excited to virtually see all of you and for the days to come. And remember that we are brickies and we will make sure that we work in the days to come. So thank you so much. Until next time, bricky up.